To iBuzz. My name is Chris. Today on iBuzz, we're talking about the VGMA. The VGMA happened over the weekend on Saturday, and there is quite a number of things. There are quite a number of things to talk about it, and we are here to do just that. So, speaking of the VGMA, it took place on Saturday, 6th May. The red carpet was scheduled to start on at 7. However, it started almost at 9 p.m. quite late in the night, unlike scheduled. And one thing about this year's edition of the VGMA is that, and usually they used to have the industry awards night before the main awards night. However, this year was different. Both was done on one day, which we thought would have made the show really packed. However, despite all these challenges or all this looming danger, they still began the show pretty late. Since the VGMA red carpet started late, the main event also followed suit. So, in the end, the whole show started late. The red carpet was hosted by Crystal Kwame Ayi alongside Fifi Coleman. The VGMA Awards night, the main awards night, was hosted by Bella Mundi. She's hosting it for the 6th consecutive time, six times in a row. It's no child's play, and she has been nailing it every year. Bella Mundi is damn on point. However, this year she did it alongside Na Ashoko and James Gardner, Mr. Amazing. They began the show pretty well. The way they showed up was nice. Usually every year it's either 2 hosts or 1. In fact, last year Bella hosted the show alone and she did magnificently well. However, this year with the 3 hosts, we thought that was new, if not unique or odd. But I think the only problem was that as they began the show, the coordination of the host was pretty bad. I don't know whether their opening lines were scripted or not, but it turned out as though all the hosts, the 3 hosts, wanted to speak. Like Bella wants to speak, Nashok wants to speak, James Gardner wants to speak. So it made it quite disorganized, quite bad. So I think going forward, if they choose to use more than 1 host or more than 2 hosts, probably they should script their opening statement to avoid that clash of voices. The hosts, their outfits were so much on point. However, the star girl of the VGMA, who I chose to call the queen of the VGMA, Bella Mundi, her first outfit almost sent social media into a frenzy, with many tweets saying, "Why was she showing breast?" Like, people were like, Bella Mundi is decent and all that. They didn't expect her to be showing breast and all that. I thought she wanted to try something new. She posted after the show that she and her stylist wanted to try something new. But if you ask me, that outfit was on point, as well as all the subsequent ones. Speaking of performances, the opening performance was by PSA Esther and her all-star gospel artist crew who were on her Wayemi remix all-star edition, and they absolutely nailed it. That performance was uplifting, highly spiritual, and very, 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 very much on point. They did it so well. I feel that performance. I wonder why the VGMA mostly starts their shows with gospel though. However, the interesting thing is also that after their performance, the first 3 hours though, they won it. Gospel artist won it, which was quite surprising though. Aside from PSA Esther's all-star rendition of Wayemi performance at the VGMA night, my other best performances on the night were that of Blacko and Sarkodie. Black Sherif's performance was out of the world, and Sarkodie's one too was top class. That was like a whole new level. He electrified the whole building with his stagecraft. The rap was on point. He even performed an unreleased track. That was Asos. Yeah, he's yet to release it. That was the first freestyle that he did. Was on his unreleased track, Asos. It will be releasing pretty soon. So you heard it right here. Make sure you expect it. And Blacko's performance too was out of the way. You know how that boy does it. That boy is highly gifted, and he absolutely nailed that performance. It was incredible, completely enthralling. And King Promise also did well. Just at some point, I felt he was doing too much a cappella and he was running out of breath. King Promise. However, you know, he's super talented. The voice was so good. He was able to hold up and it came back all together. Kidi's surprise appearance wasn't so surprising, but he also did well. The worst performance, I must say, was that of Last Mate. That boy was off key from beginning to the end. Who brought him on stage? Did he even rehearse before coming? That was so annoying. And for those of you who don't understand why Last Mate performance was a complete turn-off for me, let me explain. First of all, he's a product of MTN Hitmaker. And we all know how much training and effort MTN or the organizers of that reality show put into grooming these new talents. See how Kidi performs. See how Cam Eugene performs. Those are all products of MTN Hitmaker. Chaos Songs, I think Drew and Frida Rhymes and all that. You just study how they nail it whenever they are supposed to perform live, because that show each week in, week out, you perform live. So when you come out fully baked for stage. So he cannot tell me he had stage fright. Having appeared on bigger stages up till now, you turn up at the VGMA and make a flaw of yourself, a completely flawed performance, totally off key, and that was a complete turn-off. I don't know whether he didn't rehearse, whether there was a technical problem, but that performance was completely awful. So that's the reason why his performance annoys me. Otherwise, well, he can do better next time. And I know highly spiritual Kewa and his people would do well, just that it was too disappointing to say the least. At the VGMA, the organizers, Charterhouse, also made one or two mistakes with the organization. This year, the organization relative to the pre-events, the red carpet and all that was pretty bad. Both stars, nominees and all that had to use the same pathway, and some other inconveniencing at the red carpet. In fact, the red carpet was choked and that place was hot. It was an inferno. It was too hot, like hell. And also before the celebrities will make it to the main red carpet, they had to do a series of interviews before they make it to the red carpet. So by the time that they reach the red carpet, they are exhausted, which is really bad. They should have done the red carpet first before moving on to do the interviews, but they will take you through too many interviews before you get to the red carpet, and which made many of them very exhausted, aside the fact that the place was very hot. It was an inferno to say the least. Also, they had a bit of sound issues and all that. I think the mic that they were using to announce the winners was also low. It was on and off sometimes. A little bit of technical issues. However, we really talk about these because the Charterhouse has been doing this for 2 decades, 24 years to be precise. So sometimes we don't catch them some slack when it comes to the organization, so they can do better. From the flaws, let's talk about the awards. That's the award winners of the VGMA night. As expected, PC Esther won Gospel Artist of the Year and Gospel Song of the Year with her. Wayemi Black Sheriff also won 5 awards. That's Collaboration of the Year inclusive. The one he won with Countryside, that's featured by Sarkodie. And the big shocker of the night was that the night wasn't for Links Entertainment. Unlike other years, the biggest stars of Links Entertainment, Kidi and Kwame Eugene, won 0 awards on the night. They didn't win anything on the night, which was quite shocking. I think the only person from Links Entertainment who won an award was DSL, and he won Unsung Artist of the Year and also performed on the night. Kwame didn't perform, but Kidi did, just that he didn't win any award. Kidi too, mind you, Kidi is the defending champion. That's the then Artist of the Year. He was Kidi won Artist of the Year in 2022, so of course he was expected to win something on the night, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Some controversy was when Black Sherif lost out on Album of the Year to Kim Promise's 5 Star. Also, PCA Esther also lost out on Music Video of the Year to Black Sherif's Konongo Zongo, which she said hurt her a lot. It was an award she was looking forward to. However, she would go for the plaque, she jokingly said. Stonebwoy, on the other hand, won Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year for the 7th time. That's the highest number of time. Also, Akodi also won Hip Hop Artist of the Year. He's been winning it almost every year. It is also worthy to note that our prediction video was so on point. Over 70% of our predictions came through. So it was more or less as though we were in bed with KPMG and the organizers of VGMA Charterhouse. So the next year during the VGMA, when we are doing the predictions, be sure to check it out. You can also watch our prediction video to confirm what we are saying. About 70% of our predictions came through, you know. So I can now cut my hair in peace because Black Sherif has won Artist of the Year. Thank you very much for staying with us. This is iBuzz. See you next time.